you want to check us out on our blog, it's sblawlink.com. Thank you. Now I hear myself again. It's sblawlink.com. It's really a cool blog. I really wish we are starting to get people looking at it. It's really, people are just finding it on the web. We don't really talk about it much on the radio. We don't advertise it at all. We don't do any SEO work on it to make sure that it's on the first page of Google. But I can tell you, it is really cool. It's updated 7 times a day. It's not only just about immigration. It's about life, what's going on in politics, what's happening with the immigration laws, what's happening with taxes, what's happening in criminal defense, what's happening in personal injury, what's happening in matrimonial, what's happening in life in the world as it relates to law firms in New York City. There's lots of posts about the tragedies that are going on in Haiti, which reminds me, for our Haitian listeners out there, you only have 180 days from January 21st to file your TPS, your temporary protected status. Please give us a call if you need help with it. It's 1-800-LAW-LINK, 1-800-529-5465. You would be getting a work permit. You could get a stay of removal for 18 months. For our Haitian listeners, we are giving free consultations for TPS. For everybody else, I couldn't give free for one group and do nothing for the other groups that are out there, so I reduced my my regular consultation fee of $120 to $80, and it's only an $80 consultation fee to see me in my office anytime between now and February 28th. Take advantage of it. I guarantee you it will not be $80 for any time in the near future, because I just met with my accountant, and he hit me over the head with the books. So we lowered our consultation fees to $80, and we just can't continue to do it. So I promised it would be done. I'm telling you, it is not going to happen again anytime in the year 2010 or 2011. I really doubt it. So take advantage now. It's only $80 between now and the end of February 28th. It's free for Haitians for the TPS. Please take advantage of that, our Haitian listeners as well. Just getting to anybody who listened to the president's speech last night, President Barack Obama. If you didn't hear the speech or didn't know anything about it, he gave his State of the Union address last night, which is the address he gives every year to a joint session of Congress, both the House of Representatives and the Senate. The Supreme Court's there, the military leaders there. Basically, every important person in America in politics is there, or as one of my listeners called it yesterday, politricks is there. So all the important politricians are there, and I listened for an hour and a half, and yeah, I'm interested in jobs. Yeah, I'm interested in health care. Yeah. But what I'm really was interested in was immigration, which is what this show is about. And after listening for 1.5 hours, I heard at the end. And I counted the words, unfortunately. He actually, in a 1.5 hour speech, he gave 38 words to immigration, which disappointed me in a bit. I thought maybe this would be the year that the immigration laws would change. Maybe this would be the year that they would finally do something on a humanitarian basis for people here in America. We always talk about being humanitarians, and yes, it's great that we're humanitarians for what's going on in Haiti, and I wouldn't think of it any other way. And we spend trillions of dollars supposedly to bring democracy to Afghanistan and Iraq. I don't know if that's the real purpose of us doing it, but that's what they say, and we're supposed to be humanitarians by doing this, even though we seem to be killing people in the process. But that's a whole other bag of worms, or a bag of whatever you want to call it. I would call it a bag of S, but I can't say the word. But where is the humanitarian? Where's the humanitarians for people here in America? The people who are really the backbone of the economy. There's an underground economy in America. People who are working off the books. People who are doing jobs that Americans can't do. And I was very, very disappointed to hear that after all was said and done, in a 1.5 hour speech, about how he talked about, it's funny how he talked about in an 1.5 hour speech, how basically he just gave 38 words to immigration, and where's the humanity to the immigrants here who have children who are U.S. citizens, who are decent, hardworking people who are helping America make America to be a better place. Where's the humanitarianship for that? So I was really concerned, disappointed. I don't know what the word is, that 38 words in a 1.5-hour speech, and then after he gave his 38 words on immigration, he talked about how we're a country of ideals and we're a country of immigrants and blah 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 blah. But really, you know what? The bottom line is, it's enough talk already. It's just, and there was no talk about it last night. It's enough talk. You have to do something for people who are here, who are out of status, who are basically living in a jail. All right, they may not necessarily be in jail, but they're jailed because they can't leave for any reason whatsoever. It's people who want to be able to legalize themselves, people who are ingrained in our economy, ingrained in our culture, ingrained in our communities, but we don't allow, we basically treat them as second citizens. So I would have liked to have seen some people talk about being humanitarian to people here in America, the people who need it the most, who are people living here out of status, under the shadows, under the rocks, no driver's license, they're struggling. Help people who are here. Okay, it's very nice. Let's give jobs to Americans. And that's probably the reason why he didn't talk much about immigration, because he wanted to talk about jobs. And then if you start talking about immigration, then they say, well, you know, the immigrants are going to take jobs away from Americans. So you can't try to create jobs for Americans and then make immigrants illegal, because then they're going to take jobs away from Americans. Guess what? They're already working here. It's not like they're sitting around doing nothing, because if they were sitting around doing nothing, they'd be home sitting around doing nothing. They wouldn't be sitting here in America doing nothing. So they're already working. And they're already making a living. So it's not like they're taking jobs away from Americans. They're just being underpaid for what they do, and you're not collecting tax dollars from them. And you're treating them like second citizens. So legalize them, collect their taxes, and let's treat everybody equally. All right? And they're not taking jobs away from Americans because they're doing jobs that Americans can't or won't do. So I don't know what's going to happen. I was just a little disappointed in the speech last night. It doesn't mean that an immigration bill's not going to happen. It doesn't mean it is going to happen. I was just disappointed that he really did not